have been married to my husband Dan for 4 years, and we're like best friends. We've always gotten along with each other and rarely ever fought. We have 2 kids, one girl named Casey who's 14 and another girl named Tessie who's 10 years old. We've been in the same house for 3.5 years and never thought about moving. I got home from work one day with great news. I've had the same job for 10 years and had just gotten a promotion. My husband was still at work, so I waited for Casey and Tessie to come home from school so I could tell them about my promotion. I told Casey first because it would be easier for her to understand than Tessie. "That's great news, Mom." I know, it took them long enough to see my full potential. I laughed and walked into the kitchen to cook something nice for dinner until my last step almost went through the door. What the hell? The floorboard was breaking. "Casey, can you please come over here?" "Yeah, what's wrong?" "Can you get the hammer, please?" "Sure." Casey handed the hammer to me and watched me pry open the floorboard. It was opening up until the staft of terrible odor came up. It was so gross and Casey was coughing. "Mom, ew, what's this?" "I don't know, go get the flashlight. There are probably a couple of dead animals down here." I grabbed the flashlight from her and looked through a small hole in the floor. I couldn't see anything except bags. So I called an exterminator to come and check. Luckily for us, he came over right away. He opened the floor a lot more and I saw the most disturbing thing ever. Those bags were actually body bags. The exterminator was horrified, and that's when he asked what my husband's name was. "Are you serious? My husband is not capable of this." There was no way Dan had anything to do with this, but I told him his name anyway, and he called up the cops and gave them the information for me. The exterminator and I took out the bodies and hid the smell with a lot of room freshener. He asked me to stay normal and not to tell anything to my husband. Dan came home a few minutes after the exterminator left. The police contacted me 2 days later and told me that my husband was a serial killer back 4 years ago and is still occasionally doing so. They also said that they're coming over right now to arrest him. I thanked the police and hung up. Scared, I turned around to see my husband in the doorway, standing there, not saying a word. We stood there staring at each other until he darted at me. I picked up the mini lamp on the desk, hit him, and ran to Casey and Tessie. I locked all of us into Casey's room away from Dan. We called the cops to see if they had left, then waited. "The police will be here in 2 minutes," I told the kids. With Tessie asking all these questions and Casey crying, I got even more scared and started to cry too. I heard a banging sound in the house and Tessie screamed. Then I heard the police sirens go out. My anxiety was kicking in and I started to get a panic attack. There were bangings on the door, with someone yelling, "It's okay, we got him." I slowly walked to the door and opened it. The policeman was breathing hard and had a scared expression on his face. "You didn't get him, did you?" "No, ma'am. I'm sorry he took off." We went to the police car to talk to some people so they could get a better understanding, and that's when he saw the chance and ran away. However, our team is on the lookout for him. I loved him with all my heart, but I knew I was going to leave him anyway after everything that he did. But I still wonder to this day, how did I not figure out sooner that he's a serial killer?
Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon for more videos.